You're watching KCAL 9 News at 2.
Liposuction, it's never been more popular.
It's also becoming popular among younger people now. Dylan Henry here with more on this.
Right, Mia and Dave, surprisingly young, in fact, causing some controversy. A 12-year-old Texas girl recently had liposuction. She was 5 feet 5 inches tall and 220 pounds before her surgery. Her parents and the doctor have been criticized by some, saying she wasn't old enough for this procedure. So how young is too young for lipo? Liposuction is wildly popular from coast to coast, but a surprising trend is emerging. More and more young people are getting their excess fat sucked out.
In 2005, there were approximately 324,000 liposuctions performed in the United States. That was the most common plastic surgery procedure performed. Of that 320,000, 3,000 were performed on patients under the age of 18.
But is it a good idea? Are teens, even preteens in some cases, too young for this type of procedure? Dr. Stuart Linder is a board-certified plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
Very, very controversial as to whether we should be doing liposuction on patients that are under the age of 18. Every month I see patients under the age of 18. I never operate on them for liposuction.
He says that's because they're still growing physically, not to mention the emotional issues surrounding any cosmetic procedure. And Dr. Linder says there's something else to keep in mind about liposuction for people of any age.
Patients who are obese really need to either diet and or exercise.
In fact, liposuction was originally intended to treat tough spots, not to treat obesity.
Patients who are close or at their ideal body weight do very well with liposuction.
Dr. Linder says it's important for the doctor you choose not to take out too much fat because that can add to the risk and the recovery. Speaking of, it's recommended patients be relatively still and calm immediately following liposuction and follow post-operative instructions for the best results.
Physiologically, a patient at the age of 12 may not be ready for surgery, and certainly psychologically they have no concept as to what the risks and complications of the surgery are.
He recalls one woman who brought her 13-year-old daughter in for liposuction because she was a ballerina.
And the mother said, she can't wear her little outfits and do that. I said, you've got to be kidding me. And then there's no way we were going to do lipo on her, and we totally turned her down because it wasn't appropriate. She wasn't ready. She hadn't physiologically finished growing. She wasn't mentally ready for this.
Dr. Linder says there is no specific age restriction on liposuction, but adds that board-certified plastic surgeons have an ethical responsibility to make sure they are taking the best care of their patients. And key thing there, board-certified plastic surgeon, that's who you want regardless of age. Very, very important. It's someone who's done the procedure many times.
Absolutely. Scary stuff.